Hi, and welcome back to my desk. Today I want to show you my one book, all-in-one planner journal system. This is a Franklin Covey Compact Day 1 in red croc. You can see the little thing here that says Day 1. I got this guy off of eBay. It's from the early 2010s. I paid probably a little over $40, including tax and shipping. The seller had a whole lot of these, so I'll try to find and link it for you below if it's still available. I really love the red croc Filofax, and it's currently in stock right now, but I cannot justify the price. It just seems insane, even if it is really good quality leather and a really good quality binder. I moved in to this Day 1 about 3 weeks ago from my personal planner, which you may have seen. When I unboxed this, I knew that there was a page size difference of like a 1/4 inch in width from the personal to the compact, but I didn't think it would be a huge deal. I bought it anyway because I really loved the red croc, and then when I put everything in, it was just way too short, and so that was really devastating. And I kind of reimagined this whole planner with the correct paper size. One thing that I will say about the FCC is that it's just not as popular as the personal Filofax, so it's a bit harder to find inserts and like paper, especially freebies, if that's something that's of interest to you. I've been using a lot of free printables from this one website that I'll show you when we get in here, but I would like to eventually kind of make them my own and fully custom. But I've been doing a lot of playing and experimenting with the freebies, and I think it's really fun just to try out different ones and see what you like, what you don't like, what's working, blah blah blah. Anything else I want to say? I don't think so. Look how cute and chunky she looks. So this is of course in a red croc. It has this white stitching that looks pretty good. I'm happy with how that looks, and it has this magnetic closure that I think is also really sweet. And then when you open her up, she lays pretty flat. I'm quite happy about that. I've only been in there for 3 weeks. It says Day 1 here. You can see a little like discoloration here. I don't know if you can see it on camera, but there's a little bit of a darker, I don't know, maybe there was something here that was, I'm not sure. It's a little darker here. And then this binder does have one other imperfection, which is that there's a little gapping here between this pocket and this pocket, if you can see right there. The pen when I first started in this, I was using the Uni Jetstream in 0.5, which I really loved. I love that it comes with a pencil, so I don't have to carry around a pencil, which I never do, or I never did, but this has enabled me to carry a pencil, and that's been a really lovely addition. However, I have pretty much exclusively been using this blue Energel. I love how bright the ink is and how juicy it is. It's just been I've been really loving it. We can start over here. Here I have my library card. I don't ever really need the physical card, but I got a cute 150th anniversary library card from the Chicago Public Library, so I have that here. In my second card pocket, I have my late grandfather's business card. I found these at his place at my grandparents' place maybe last year. It's his old business card, and he got a new phone number, so he had kind of handwritten it, which I think is really sweet. So I keep that here with me, just so I have him with me wherever I go. And then I have a tool library card, which is like a lending tool library, as the name implies. I have that from the Chicago Tool Library, and I like it because I can keep it up here and it shows the little colorful dots. Back here is like a bigger flap that I don't really use for anything. And then there's this pocket here. And in here, I just keep a couple sticky notes that I like to use. These came in like a folio. Let me see if I can find it real quick. They come in this kind of folio situation, but I just cut it up because I never want to I don't need to carry all these around. I just have ones that I'm liking, and I'll kind of cut out the cardboard piece that comes with and stick them back here. So I have these sticky notes that I've been liking, and these as well that I use in my monthlies to kind of place holes so that I can move them around, and then when they're more permanent I can write them in. I also carry some index things in case I want to index something, and then just some kind of like hole reinforcers in case something is starting to rip and I need to reinforce it. And that's all I have in that pocket. And then in this back flap right here, I hold my like everyday stickers. So these are stickers for habit tracking. These are stickers for mood tracking. These are stickers that I was thinking about using for something else, but I've just been keeping that back here. And then a little movement tracker that I made for myself that I am slowly but surely working through. This summer has not been very kind to me, so it hasn't been a huge priority, but I'm still doing it and I am making my way. On the front here, one of the other things that was devastating is that it's hard to find these kind of plastic dashboards for the FCC. The Filofax personal ones are a little wide in the personal, so I thought when I moved them into the FCC that it would be just the right size, but it was ever so short. And it kept like ruining these papers, and I felt like my inbox was getting a lot of wear and tear. So I made these. This is just laminated vellum on 5mm laminate. It's not as thick as like the dashboards you would buy. Like before I had these mode term dashboards, and this is like quite thick. So it's not quite as thick as that, but it's serving its purpose. It's working fine. I might like eventually remake them to be like a smidge wider than the page, just so when this happens, these pages are protected. But on here, I just have a bunch of pockets. These two are the traveler's pockets, and this is the Target pocket. I just like having pockets here because it allows me to switch things up really easily. This is a sticker from E.D. Parker. It says, "Our grass is always greener." I think it's just a really cute reminder to show gratitude for what you have and to water your own grass and things like that. And this is a little picture I found on Pinterest that I just printed on a piece of cardstock that's getting a little busted, but I kind of like how that looks, honestly. And it says, "Be realistic, expect a miracle." Back here, this is kind of a photo I have because July is my birthday month, so I have this photo from my birthday party when I must have been in like preschool in this picture because it looks like I'm still in Korea. So a little picture from a birthday back in the day, and then I have this little printable from Reno Graphics, whom I love, and you'll see a little bit more of in my binder. And I just check off the day each day. I can actually check off, today's the 10th, so I can check that off. And I've been loving having that just as like a little thing to do when I first wake up and get in my binder. Next, we have my inbox. This is when anything comes up and I'm like kind of on the go, or I don't have time to like properly log it into my planner. I'll just put it here. So I have things I need to do. I have plans that I made that I wasn't able to write down in my monthly that I just put here. I have a couple of these, or just 2 of these pages. Oh shoot, I didn't cover my address. Okay, BRB. So here's my front cover that leads into kind of my more journal-y spreads. Where are these stickers from? This I got as a gift. This is Daiso. This is from, I'll link her down below. This is the artist who did my most recent tattoo. This is just like a little name tag from Daiso. This is also from the same set. These I got gifted to me, so I'm not sure where they're from. And then we go into my monthly kind of spread. So each month I try to do, or I'm going to try to do a spread and then do 3 things, 3 moments, 3 practices, which is a thing that was introduced to me by the Moon Studio. And July was my birthday month, like I said, so I have some photo booth pictures from my birthday dinner and night out, and then some birthday decor, my little practice here. Then I have some goals for the rest of 2026. This little thing from the Charmera that I got for my birthday from my sister. So I added that in here. Here I'm doing a 30-day yoga challenge, which I have not started with my friend, but I'll get to it. I'm not too pressed about it. But I want to put down little heart stickers or little star stickers every time I do a day until I kind of fill this whole page up. So that's for that. I have just like a little fun manifestation vision cutie board. These are all things that I got from Canva. This is from Sula though. Yeah, everything else is Pinterest or things I made. Oh wait, this is from Michael's. I love this bedazzle sticker. Here's my spread for August that I haven't really filled out yet. I have my summer bucket list and my August tarot scope, also from the Moon Studio, that I just taped in here with some really cute washi tape. And then these are just blank pages that I don't really know, feature page, blank pages, just in case I'm like really feeling like I want to journal or scrapbook or something and I am too lazy to cut out a page. I want to make it easy for myself, so I have some blanks here. And then this is just a little memo pad. This is this memo pad that I actually love. It came with this planner with the inserts that it came with. And it came slid into this back pocket, like the cardboard just like this. I don't really like that, so I haven't been keeping it like that, but it's good to know that I have this big pocket back here. And I've just been trying to be more proactive about jotting down my wins in here and trying to celebrate my wins. Then this is the first thing I have from the free printables website that I've loved. It's A.E. Elizen. They have so many free printables in all these different sizes, and I've just been using a lot of them and experimenting and trying to figure out what I like and what I eventually want to incorporate into my custom ones. But this is a 2026 moon calendar, which I just thought was really cute. Then I have an old sticker sheet that I've just hole punched that I put some stickers onto. I mostly did kind of like stars and hearts, which is what I use when I'm kind of counting for things like this yoga challenge and things like that. So I have this plastic sheet. Then I have this sticker sheet from Sula. I put this in here just in case I ever come across a cute sticker that I want to hold onto as kind of sticker release paper. This was like a nice thick one, so I just put that in here. And then we get started into my monthlies. So here's my August monthly. This is a freebie from Peanuts Planner Co. I just have been doing my monthly habits down here, and then I've been logging all my events. These are like time-bound things that I have committed to that I need to go to. That's all that lives on this monthly spread. And then I have some future spreads. I decided that I want to do my to-dos or my habits over here, and then here I want to keep notes. So I'm in like a multi-week movement dance class thing, and so I just wrote a note to myself that I have in October, which I haven't drawn out yet, that I have one more week of that left. Then this is my last, I only have August and September in here for now because I wasn't sure. I started doing the monthlies after I had been in this notebook for a while, so I wasn't sure if I was going to stick with it, so I only printed out 2 months, and then I have this little gummy bear sticky note from Daiso that I just have some future dates on, so that when I set up the future months, I have them ready to go. This is another printable from Reno Graphics. The sizing isn't great, so there's a lot of room at the top and the bottom when I make them into the FCC compact size, but I've just been doing washi tape top and bottom, and I think that looks quite cute. This is a coloring sheet. I've not been rushing because I kind of like the way it looks empty, but I'll get to it. And then here, let me see if I've laid that out. I have a postcard that my friend wrote me, and then we get to my tabs. I don't really know, I have no logic for why my monthlies aren't tabbed. I think eventually maybe that's something I'd like to do, but as of right now, I just have this little bookmark that is like a piece of cardstock that stickers came, like a backing for a sticker pack, you know what I mean? So I've just been using that, but my tabs go weekly, daily, gratitude, and trackers. And so this is my first tab. This is just a picture of some horses running that I found on Pinterest that I really like. And then I have a paper clip here that will lead me to my correct weekly. So I have old weeklies here and then just paper clip to the correct week. The paper clip doesn't bother me because this is always where the month lands. And so I'm always filling that out in advance. I'm never like writing, like even if I were to be writing on this next page, I'm never really writing up here in my planner. So it doesn't really bother me like the height that, the unevenness that the paper clip creates. This is again from a Elizen. I have my task dump here, my priorities for the week. And then on the top, I write kind of my time-bound events that I'm committed to. And then I try to do like 3 things. I try to keep it max 3 that I want to get done that day. Just so I have like a top 3 quick ticks, things that I need to do. Then on the right here, I have my weekly habits, things I want to do, but I'm not too stressed about doing them or not doing them. Meal options. I feel like I'm one to let food sit in the fridge. So I've been writing down things that I've been making as I've been making them. So I have kind of a log of what I have ready to go in my fridge. When I'm struggling and my mental health is not great, the first thing that will really go for me is making sure I'm feeding myself consistently and regularly. And so I'm hoping that will kind of help with that. And then at the bottom, I have a little manifestation. So I get a weekly horoscope manifestation from my horoscope app. I use Chani's app, and it gives me a weekly manifestation. So I've just been writing it down here. Then I have this, what is this? This is from a scrapbook, like a cheap scrapbook that I got as like a gift that I kind of took apart and I hole punched. It has this like, it's sticky down here and it has this plastic cover, so I thought it would be perfect. These are just some photo strips of me and my friends, but it was way more zoomed in than we thought, so it ended up just being kind of pictures of me. So I put those in there because I thought that's kind of fun, and I don't really have use for photos of myself, you know. And then on the back of here, I have this photo of me and my grandpa from when I was young that I think is really, really sweet. Then I go into my other weeklies. This is just where I'm jotting down everything that I'm doing, what time I woke up, what I ate, what I did I take a nap? Like, I'm just logging everything I did, and then I'm doing some weekly highlights. So I'm on my 3rd week of that. I recently got this date stamper, so I've been using that. A little imperfect up here, but what can you do? And I find this quite fun as just a way to log what I did, you know, log of my day, the weather. I was in Albuquerque for less than 24 hours. So it was 99 that day, very hot out there. And yeah, then we move on to my dailies. I have another Target pocket with a photo of when I was young with my mom. I believe this is probably the Singapore Zoo because we briefly lived out there when I was younger. And then on the back, I just have this little post-it note that I'm saving that my friend gave me. And then another clear pocket. I really love using these clear pockets because they're so impermanent. You can kind of slide whatever you want into them. I just have this sticker from the tool library that's just a little too precious for me to stick down. And then some Sunny Angel wings. And then we move into my dailies. As you can see, these first couple days I'm like getting into the swing of it. I'm like stickering a lot to fill empty spaces. And then I like really get into it. This is to-do lists, shopping lists, planning my videos, dear diary journaling, a little bit of trash here and there. This is so cute. This is something I found at my creative reuse store, like a secondhand art supply thrift store. It's like a while you were out taking down messages for people. I thought that was so, so cute. Just put that there. I bought the whole pad, even though I don't really take messages for my roommates. So I don't know what we would use that for, but I just thought it was really cute. More journaling. I had this blue grid paper that I tried. I thought I might like it because I like blue ink a lot in this notebook, but I immediately hated it. So I went back to my cream paper. Oh, I should have talked about what paper everything is. Up here is 65 pound kind of like off-white cardstock. This is just printer paper, cream printer paper we had lying around. I have no idea what it is. I can only imagine it's like something very readily available at like your Staples Office Max situation. And then in my dailies, this blue paper, I have no idea. I don't care for it, so I don't even need to tell you. But this cream paper is Midori MD paper. I got some Polaroid film, so I just took a little test photo when I got it. This is Midori MD paper. I have an old pad that I've just been taking apart to use in here. I only have a couple more sheets left, so I will need to go get more, but I'm going to the Atlas Stationer's sidewalk sale on Thursday, so I'm sure I will have an opportunity to pick stuff up. This is my little bookmark. For my dailies, I have a laminated sheet with just some stickers inside that I've cut little slits into so I can move it really easily. I feel like if I don't have it this way, I'm like one to just leave my bookmark in old days. So I really love having that, and I love how it sounds when you take it out and put it back in. So I play with that a lot too. So I have my dailies, just like a little bit of everything, you know? Sometimes I'm in here a lot, sometimes I'm in here less so. This, I think, is how much I have for like the past 3 weeks, which I'm pretty happy with. Then we go, I have another printable from Reno Graphics. This is I Worried by Mary Oliver. This really cute washi tape. I also got that at Atlas Stationer's. Just a little reminder that sometimes I'm such an overthinker, and it's just a nice little reminder that that's not always very helpful, and it's important to go outside and leave your house and touch grass, etc., etc. Then we go into my gratitude section. I have this adorable picture that I found on Pinterest of things I'm grateful for. And then I have another paper clip that leads me to my month. This is the same Peanut Planners Co. freebie that I have in my monthly section out front, but I just use it as kind of like a one line a day, things I'm grateful for. So I have that paper clip to the tab. And then for this, I have the rest of the year printed out. We'll see if I stick with it. And then back here is just like, it's the same thing as this thing. I just get to cross off a day. I think this will be fun to come back to and see like, wow, I've really been in my planner for a long time, fingers crossed. Here I have another scrapbook page, a picture of me and my bestie at the beach. And then this is a picture of, I love this picture. It's dated 94 in May, which is when my parents went on their honeymoon to Jeju-do. So cute. Here I have a little cutout from Katy Perry's first album, One of the Boys. I'm not a big Katy Perry fan, but I do really love this album, and I just had this half of it because I don't know where the other half went. But anyway, I think that's really fun and cute. Then I have this postcard from a wine bar, and I have some post-it notes living on the back. I think this is like really cute and perfect. Then I go into my trackers. This is again a Target pocket, a little picture, and then these like little photo frame things I got at Daiso, which I just think is really cute. And I haven't had a problem with them sliding out, even though it doesn't like fit all the way and it seems like it would be a little insecure. But then we go into my last section, which is my trackers. I like not having anything on the back of the dividers that I might be writing directly onto. Like even sometimes these paper clips or these stickers bother me, but I try to only put them like where I know I'll have, like I'm gonna be writing on this habit tracker and it's gonna be laying directly on the divider, so I don't really want a sticker here. Does that make sense? Like I really want an even surface as much as I can. So this is just my habit tracker. These are things I need to do. Like, these are not things I'm trying to cultivate, which I have back here. These are things I need to do. I need to brush my teeth. I need to take my medication. I need to go outside. I need to eat, and I need to journal. So I do 2 months to a page here. And then back here, I have things I'm trying to cultivate. So no spend days. I'm actually changing. I had these on a full page, but that was just like too much space for me. So I did that in July. And then for August, I did 2 months to a page, which I'm liking more. These are things, I've obviously not done a great job about moving my body this month, but I'm trying to have a lot of grace with myself because, like I said, the summer has not been particularly kind to me. But I've been having 2 months to a page, and I've been liking that. I've just been tracking how many times I'm, leaving the house, being social, my no spend days. I wasn't doing great because I was so strict with myself. I was even including like taking the bus or getting gas, but I think I'm going to make some exceptions for myself so it's a little bit easier. So this is really going to be like a no shopping, no going out, no eating out, things like that, more like frivolous spending. So I have 2 months to a page there. And then I have my, these are all things that I've just like made in Canva or InDesign. As well as this mood tracker that I have. So this is what I use the smiley face stickers that are up here for. Each of them correlates to a mood, and I've just been tracking my mood. I think this will be really helpful because when I'm sad, I have a tendency to feel like this is so real, this is so permanent, this is so raw, and I think it will be helpful to remind myself that no feeling is forever. So I have my little mood tracker here. Eventually, I think next year I would like to do a whole year on a page like this, so you see how that would work. I think that would be really nice, and maybe I'll even write out the months. But yeah, I've been enjoying that. And then I have my expense tracker that I made, and then a monthly reflection for my expenses that I made as well. This is a bill tracker from Elysian again that I've just been using as my adulting log. So I'll have my health stuff like my annual physical, medication refill, my dentals, filing my taxes, doing a quarterly goal review, things for my car, things for my home, like changing the Brita filter and things like that. And then I have a little goal tracker for myself, again from Elysian. And then I have my project manager. So these are just things that like I'm gonna want to refer to later. So I have a menu of comfort foods for when I have no appetite. I have like a dump for 2027, inserts I want to make, video ideas, stationery wish lists, home wish lists, things I want to add to my journal, just like things I want to be able to refer back to, kind of live in this folder back here. And then lastly, I have another little dashboard that I made that's just laminated vellum. This is a traveler's pocket corner. Another thing that's been annoying me about these dashboards is that you can see the bubbling from when I laid the stickers imperfectly. That has been starting to bother me, but I haven't wanted to like take them all off, clean the dashboard and put them back on. I don't even know how much that would really resolve the issue if I just have to live with the imperfectness. But anyway, here I have a little oracle card from a deck that I was gifted. I think I'll just switch these out as I'm resonating with different cards and just going through different phases in my life. Here I have a Sunny Angel sticker. I have a little if found please text here. And then I have a photo of me and my grandma at the aquarium. I believe this is also in Singapore. And then we recently kind of unexpectedly cat sat for my friend, and so I have a little Polaroid that I took of my friend's kitty in there for now. In this back pocket, I don't really keep anything. Like I said, it came with the folio pad in there, but I've been keeping that empty, and my little pen in here. I don't love how this elastic is black, but I think it would look even worse if I cut it out. So I've been keeping it, but my little pen lives there. And I kind of think that's it for today. So thank you so much for watching. Let me know if you have any questions. I'll try to link everything as best as I can, and I will see you next time. Bye.